Second principle of life, first principle of life is integrity. Honoring the word you gave it to you and the word you give it to others as life and experiencing the completion with you and the life is integrity. Next principle, authenticity. Listen, you have three identities. One, inner image, what you feel as you. How many of you cognize, understand this? What you feel as you, inner image. How many of you don't cognize? Raise your hand. I'll repeat once more. We have three images. One, the idea we carry about ourselves. The image you carry about you, inner image. Second, the image you project to the outer world, outer image. How you show yourself, it will always be more than what you are. Third, others' image, what others expect you to be for them. These are the three images we carry. Listen. Inner image, outer image, and others' image. How many of you cognize all these three? If you don't cognize, please raise your hand. I'll explain once more. So I can go, I'll explain. Inner image is the idea you carry about you. Outer image is the idea you project about you. Others' image is how they understand and expect you. Clear? All of you need to know an important truth, shocking truth. Others do not believe you as you project you to them. Because you do not believe them when they project as they want them to you. Listen, how many of you don't believe when your friends or family comes and brags about them? In the heart, you listen and you are very polite also socially. But in the heart, you know, I know about you. It's okay, all right, tell whatever you want. I have to listen to you. How many of you don't believe when others project themselves, the way they project, you don't believe them? Raise your hand. Then, how can you expect when you project about you that they should believe? Is it not? So this is the most unconscious part of human being. You never believe whenever anybody projects anything about them. Either you don't believe or you just push it aside. All right, I'll handle this file later on. But you always expect others should believe whatever you project you as you. Am I right? So you have three images. Inner image, outer image, others' image. In Sanskrit we have three words. Mamakara, inner image. Ahankara, outer image. Anyakara, others' image. The word Anyakara will be new word. You may be listening first time because it is my contribution. The Sanskrit does not have this word. I added to it. Listen. Authenticity means being in the peak of Inner image, outer image, other's image. In the inner image, constantly raising your image about you, expanding your inner image, constantly expanding. And with the outer image, constantly expanding, the way you project you. Fulfilling others' expectation, constantly expanding it. Biggest problem we have, I understand I have to expand my inner image, outer image. Why should I fulfill others' expectations about me? How many of you think this way? Raise your hand. No, all those people, please raise the hand. How many of you think, why should I fulfill others' image? Raise the hand. Keep the hands raised. One hand raised. In this group, keep the hands raised. Raised and listen. In this group, how many of you think others should fulfill your expectation about them? Others should fulfill your expectations. Those people raise the other hand also. So now you understand. You expect others should fulfill, drop. Now, but you will not fulfill others. Please listen. I am not asking you to fulfill everyone's expectation. But with whoever you have a relationship, a committed relationship, please listen. Only when you start fulfilling others' anyakara, others' image about you, the expansion in life starts. How many of you are still not convinced, why should I fulfill others' expectation? I'll expand. Are you living in a forest where you are living in a forest? No, I am saying, if you are living in a forest where you don't wear the dress given by society, medicine given by society, food given by society, you just live in one cave and drink the water from the river or fruits from the forest, even then you have to fulfill the river's expectation about you, not spoil, dirtying it. Tree's expectation about it, not cutting it. You are not living that life. You are living in society where our overlapping anyakaras form the society. What is society? Society is nothing but each one's expectations about others overlapping and creating a net. Am I right? When you are inside this net, how can you say, let others fulfill, why should I fulfill? Please come to the mic.
If you're starting to know yourself and trying to find out your truth, you somehow, somehow you lose the society that you always had relationship with, because none of you could...
No, then there is something seriously wrong in that seeking. When I seek myself and found out, I saw a beautiful society evolving around me.
When you found out, but until you find out...
Even then, if you are moving out of society, something is wrong with the seeking.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Please listen. A person who found out about his inner image, outer image, other's image, even if he comes and sits inside a forest, that becomes a city. How many of you have seen this land as forest? Raise your hand. If you have come to the ashram 5 years before, you would have known. It's a forest where 1,000 snakes have escaped. Before this land was donated to us, there was 30,000 snake poison, the snake farm, where they take the poison for medical purposes. There was a snake farm here. The donor, the land donor, before gifting this land to us, 1 week before only vacated all the snakes, and before there was no key and all, he handed over only as a formal document, the legal document he handed over to me, and then said, Swamiji, you should know only one thing, 1,000 snakes escaped when we were transferring. True. Imagine, I am going to stay here, no building, nothing. And he said, you have to manage one important thing, Swamiji. I know you are a Swami, you can manage. When we were transporting in the 30,000 snake, 1,000 snake, big size snakes, the protection mechanism has broken and they escaped into the land. With that, he is handing over the document to me. And I moved into the land within 24 hours. Alone. I had 3 disciples with me at that time. All 3 of them we used to stay in the city because there was no bathroom here. There was no restroom. 1 couple, 1 brahmachari. 3 were with me. So the brahmachari has to drive the couple to the city to use restroom. Here there was no restroom. In the night he will drive and take them. The daytime they will come back. So the whole night I will be alone in this 50-acre campus. There was no compound those days. Only banyan tree was there, nothing else. Nothing else, not a single building. Then I built the laughing temple after maybe 4 months. First 4 months, there was a small cow shed. In the shed I used to stay. When you understand life, even if you sit in the forest, it becomes city. Anyhow, listen. Always being in peak of your inner image, outer image, and taking responsibility to fulfill others' expectation about you. At least in the first level, with whoever you have expectation. Clear? How many of you understand, cognize? With whoever you have expectation, you have to take the responsibility of fulfilling their expectations about you. Third principle, responsibility. Living and responding to life from the truth that you are the source of everything. Because of that, therefore, you are responsible for everything happening in and around you. And therefore, you are responsible for everything happening in and around you. How many of you cognize? This is responsibility. We always feel, how can I be responsible for everything? Even if you don't cause it, you are the reason. Even if you don't cause, you are responsible. There is a difference. I'll give you an example from my life. All of you are aware about the persecution done on me, religious persecution. The reason is the atheism in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, the state in which I was born and brought up, is full of atheism. The political party's theology itself is atheism. A strong atheist group. I am not reason for it. I have not caused it. It started in 68, 10 years before my birth. I am born in 78 only. 10 years before my birth, it started. In 1968, it was in the peak. I am born only in 78. It started 30 years before my birth, but it was in a peak 10 years before my birth. It started around 1950s, and 68 it was in peak. 78 only I was born. I am not reason. I have not caused it. But I am going to take the responsibility to wipe it out. Only then it will solve the problem. Anything affecting my life, even if I am not caused it, I have to become responsible to it. Clear? Only then we are going to solve it. We are going to attend to it. Never otherwise. Not otherwise. When you take the responsibility, the qualities of leadership starts expressing through you. Fourth, enriching. Fourth principle, enriching. Enriching is you taking responsibility with integrity, authenticity, that you are committed to continuously enriching you, means expanding yourself and life around you. Again we have a question. I should enrich me, I understand. Why should I enrich others? As I said, for you life happens not only inside you, outside you. Any of you have a doubt? How can life happen to me outside me? Any of you? Any of you have doubt on enriching? Please come to the mic. She's, come on, anyone? Come on. Tell me, hold the mic. Oh, switch on the mic. First listen. Who is Shivani? You are put together of various dimensions of you. Am I right? A daughter, granddaughter, student, disciple. All these put together is Shivani. Am I right? So, can a daughter be fulfilled unless the other end of the daughter, the mother, is fulfilled? Unless she certifies, you are not a good daughter, complete daughter. Unless your dad certifies, you are not a complete daughter. Unless your teacher certifies, you are not a complete student. Unless your guru certifies, you are not a complete disciple. Am I right?
Yes.
So, your fulfillment is not just dependent on you. Your completion is not just dependent on you. It depends on the other end of the person also. Clear?
Yes.
So, now, if you want the completion, whoever is part of you, the identities you carry, dimensions of you, whoever is in the other end, they all have to complete you. Only then you can be complete. Only when all my disciples are complete, I can be a complete guru. Understand? It's a big responsibility. It is a big responsibility. Come on. You come. You understood now? Then okay, go. So enriching is not just service. No. It is a principle of life. One more thing you need to know. Most of the time, when you fulfill others' expectation about you, you will find out it is your own suppressed expectations. I'll tell you from my story. All my disciples had the expectation I should speak in Hindi. They were pressurizing me continuously. This Kumbh Mela, suddenly I decided, yes, I'll start somehow. And then picked up small words. Hey, pe, hey. All that I picked up with my little Sanskrit. Now, whenever I speak, they just type in Hindi. And I see, of course, even to, I'm reading out only, reading out from the TV. I have learnt at least to copy. See, even in the examination, to copy, you need to know the basic material.